Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're uncorking the story of a very famous Italian wine that for decades was basically living a secret life under a totally different name, thousands of miles from home.
Okay, let's dive right in. We're going to investigate a mystery that had the wine world scratching its head for years, connecting the sun-drenched vineyards of southern Italy with, you guessed it, the golden state of California in a way almost nobody saw coming.
So, to solve this thing, we've got to meet the main character on its home turf, the Primitivo grape of southern Italy.
And you know, its biggest clue is hidden right there in the name. Primitivo comes from the Latin for first to ripen, because it's an early bird. This trait is absolutely key. It's what lets the grapes soak up all that sun and develop so much sugar, giving its wines that signature richness and power.
And it's the way these things come together that's so special. Yeah, the high sugar gives you a bold, high-alcohol wine, but those soft, velvety tannins mean it's incredibly smooth, not harsh. You get this amazing balance of pure power and elegance. So you're probably thinking this is a classic Italian grape, right? But here's the twist. Where did it actually come from? The answer isn't Italy at all. It actually takes us on a little historical trip across the Adriatic Sea. Check out this grape's incredible passport. It starts life in Croatia as Tribodrag. Then in the 1700s, it finds a new home and a new name in Italy. And from there, it hops the Atlantic, which is where its secret double life really kicks off.
Okay, so let's follow the grape to the New World, where it didn't just get a new zip code, it got a whole new identity.
Under this new alias, it became a true American icon. I mean, for generations, Zinfandel was celebrated as California's grape, famous for those big, bold, jammy red wines that people all over the world fell in love with.
But for decades, the wine world was buzzing. Experts saw the similarities between Primitivo and Zinfandel, but there was no proof. Were they cousins? Distant relatives? Then, in 1994, DNA analysis finally gave us the definitive and, honestly, pretty shocking answer.
And boom! Mystery solved. The secret was out. California's star grape, this symbol of American winemaking, wasn't some unique local after all. It was genetically identical to Italy's Primitivo. They were one and the same, and this sent ripples through the entire industry. It was a huge deal.
So, if the DNA is identical, why do the wines often taste so different? Well, the answer comes down to one of the most important ideas in wine, terroir. Just think of it as a grape's sense of place, everything from the soil to the climate to the sunshine that shapes how it tastes in the glass. This is the perfect example of nature versus nurture. But for wine, the DNA, that's the nature. But the place it's grown, that's the nurture. Italy's hot, dry climate brings out this earthy, more elegant side of Primitivo. But over in California's diverse climates, that exact same grape becomes this opulent, jammy, fruit-forward Zinfandel. Same genetic code, two totally different personalities. All right, now for the fun part. What does this all mean for you when you actually have a glass of Italian Primitivo in your hand? Let's talk about what to look for.
So, when you're tasting, the first thing you're going to notice is this huge burst of fruit. Think dark cherries, plums, and figs. But then you'll get these warmer, spicier notes like black pepper or even a little chocolate. And the texture? It's just rich and velvety. That's the classic signature of a great Primitivo.
Now, to really make a bottle of Primitivo sing, you gotta pair it with the right food, because its bold profile loves big flavors. It's got enough backbone to stand up to grilled steaks or a rich pasta with meat sauce, and its fruitiness is just perfect with salty cheeses or a classic pepperoni pizza.
So when you get right down to it, whether you call it Primitivo or Zinfandel, you're tasting so much more than just a grape. You're really tasting a piece of history, and you're tasting a sense of place in every single glass. And that's the fascinating question Primitivo leaves us with, isn't it? The science might be settled, but the debate in the glass, that continues. And you know, the best way to find out for yourself is to grab a bottle from Puglia and one from California and try them side by side. Thanks for joining this explainer.